Okay, Monday, 24th of February, 2025. So Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Money Monday, Bitcoin and everything else. Now, there's a very interesting comment made in a podcast I was listening to recently. I'm pretty sure it was the Simply Bitcoin podcast, but no idea which video, but Simply Bitcoin, I'm very sure. Someone made an offhanded comment of sorts that said that a bank account is akin to a 2 of 3 Multi Sig Wallet. Okay, now that's an interesting claim. So, interesting statement as well. So, Multi Sig Wallet is, imagine a vault that needs, in this case, 2 of 3, 2 of 3, any 2 keys to open it. Straightforward. And then you could say, well, 4 of 5. So 5 keys that exist, any 4 in combination. Or 9 of 10. Any 9 of 10 that exist to open it. So the number is relative. So this multi-sig wallet, meaning that there's 3 keys and 3 different people own those keys. I have 1 key, the bank themselves have another key, and the government have another key. Interesting. Now, what does that mean? It means that money, Bitcoin is money you can own, money you can spend, money you can own. Meaning, and the killer app behind Bitcoin is the self-custody. Meaning I can take my value, my time, my satoshis, my wealth, hold it somewhere in a form that I don't need to trust anyone else. You're fundamentally trusting maths and physics and code, because that's what fundamentally Bitcoin is. Trusting that, physics, gravity, maths, 2 plus 2, computer science, code. You're trusting those things to work to hold your wealth. Meaning you don't need a third party. Meaning don't need a bank account, meaning don't need a bank. So that one of those keys, in this case, that second one, is not held by the bank, it's held by you in a 2 or 3 sig. The third one is the government. So what that means also is situations like the truckers' protest in November 2021, I believe it was. I'm pretty sure it was. A lot of them had their bank accounts frozen, their wealth, their money frozen, confiscated and beyond, for whatever reason. And the incident that happened also in late February 2022, so a certain country had their, let's say, liquidity in the US banking system closed off and sealed off as well, to put my words very loosely. That third key, which is held by the government, and the second one held by the bank, means you're dependent on them. If you annoy them or things happen, then they could easily just turn off your account, as I just described. There's legal and physical precedent of these things happening. So what does that tell you? It's not truly the money you have in the bank account. It truly then, logically, isn't yours. That's an interesting conclusion to come to. The first principles over here with Bitcoin, the killer app being self-custody. I did a video about this as well. The self-custody is revolution behind it. And then you look at the concept behind a multi-sig wallet, 2 or 3 keys in this case, and then you apply that same logic, that same template and format to the bank account, then you realize that actually, yeah, indeed, it is logically and evidently true that it's not your money when you look at it exactly in that way. If the bank can hold, move, freeze, and the bank and the government can do it via the bank, even them order or request. Wow. What does that mean for freedom? What does that mean for freedom of speech? What does that mean for freedom to mobile, freedom to spend money in however way you want? What does that mean for freedom as a core principle? Fascinating right there. Interesting. And that's worth understanding, because fundamentally then, is the money in the bank really yours then? Interesting. Logically speaking, no. Oh, that's interesting. That's a very interesting statement or sentence to make, isn't it? Very interesting. What happens then? Then there's that nice saying that comes to mind. Only invest the money you're able to lose. And evidently, it's flipped on its head. Only want to keep money in the bank that you're willing to lose, because you don't have full control over it. And also the very nature and the first principles of the money as well. Infinite supply versus 21 million. Other first principles like that. It's just 2 completely different situations, 2 complete different tools, let's say. Keep 2 different complete forms of money. Interesting. When you combine that with, unlimited supply, with the fact two of the people can access the cash, the money, and you're beholden to them, what do all those first principles mean for freedom? Oh, interesting. Interesting food for thought, to say the least. That was a very good observation and comment made on the podcast, and I'm just echoing it, expanding it a little bit here and there, and highlighting it, because that is a very good first principle way of looking at it. The bank account, the political system, and how it affects freedom. It's an infinite question as well. Then how does it affect freedom? Well, many different ways. What does that mean for the future? In general, what does that mean for your future? Worthwhile thinking about. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.